Thank you for listening today on Revealing Wholeness, sponsored by Infinity Whole Health. Check out our website at infinityWholeHealth.com, where we are revealing the eternal in each individual, the infinite in the individual. The creativity is made manifest. Limitation is let go. Now, here's your host, Dr. Troy Munson.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness. And today we're moving on with our Chiropractic 101 stuff, and let's say that allergies. You know, how many people come into me with allergies? Well, half the United States, I think, has allergies or seasonal allergies. So, you know, we see a lot of allergy people, and it's a question I get frequently. And people will come in and I will talk to them. I said, you know, when your body is reacting to something that's fairly innocuous like pollen, why in the world would it react to pollen? And you think, well, yeah, why would it? You know, that hay fever, that grass or mold or blah, blah, blah. I shouldn't have to suffer with that and have the itchy, achy eyes and the constant sinus, and now it's going into the back of my throat, and I wake up with sore throats, and, you know, my teeth hurt because my sinus infections are recurring, and it's miserable. Well, I have some news for you, that when you have a nervous system that is quite irritated at the spine or at our back, we tend to have a lot more allergies because our nervous system is out of control. What produces control in the nervous system is its communication with the brain. So the brain is constantly trying to control your body and operate all of your chemical processes and all of your hormones and all of your blood flow and organ systems doing their thing and digestion and what have you, and be healthy. That's the job of the brain. It's constantly taking care of the body and telling it what to do. And it gets this wonderful information back from your body that it decides to do things or to make sure that its processes are running correctly. So it needs this feedback loop of things going back into the brain. So wouldn't it make sense that if I have misaligned vertebra or vertebra out of position or subluxated, all those terms work quite nicely. The more I have of those things, the more miscommunication I have in the system. It's kind of like if you have somebody that you love dearly and you actually want to hear from them and talk with them, and they're a room away and you're a room away and there's doors they have to go through. Can you hear them? Well, yes, I can hear them. You say, okay, well, now let's put 2 rooms between you and then 3 rooms between you. Now you're way down the hall and they're yelling and screaming. Are you getting a good vibe of what they're saying, or is it definitely more and more muffled? It's more and more muffled. Your communication is less and less. So each vertebra that's out of place decreases the ability of the brain to make good decisions for your body. And now we have problems that arise. And thus those problems occur as symptoms. Well, one of the most common symptoms for misaligned vertebra is allergies. In fact, most of the symptoms that I've been going through are very specific to certain levels, but this particular symptom as allergies is in 8 different levels of your spine. So you could have a misaligned vertebra or subluxation at one level of your spine, and it can produce the symptoms of allergies. Now let's say that I've got 7 of the 8, out of alignment. Now my symptoms of allergies could be much, much worse. So I've had lots of clients, love the 20-somethings that come in and they're like, I've got really bad allergies. Hey, I heard you could help. I say, great, let's start with some chiropractic first. Let's make sure that your nervous system is working and fine-tuned. And if you still have allergies after that, then we've got to start looking into your diet and fixing some things in your lungs, perhaps. But at this point, we love to look at that upper back, at T3. So if you feel the big bump that sticks out of your upper back, it kind of like is a vertebra that's most prominent. It's usually C7 or T1. And so that gives you a landmark. And we're going to go 2 to 3 below that. And you're going to find that, hey, I've got some soreness down there. Sometimes people even comment that they got some chronic coughs with this particular subluxation or misalignment. Some people might even say, hey, you know what, I've had asthma off and on since I was little. I have an inhaler. And since I've been coming to see you, I now don't have to use my inhaler hardly ever. That is commonplace with asthma. And so allergies is right along with that. Some people even experience shortness of breath. And some could even be experiencing chronic coughs. And I love the chronic cough in my office. Sometimes they're dry, sometimes they're productive. As we adjust the spine, we begin to ramp up lung function, because at T3 in this area that we're talking about is lungs as well as the bronchi. So we have an obvious place for allergies. There's one place in the neck too that we can produce allergy and asthma type symptoms as well. And so as we clear the entire spine and look at all those areas and make sure it's communicating well, we often see asthma and allergies going away. Now, what happens if I don't? Now, I've got podcasts on allergies out there on the nutrition side, and I definitely recommend that you pick that one up. But just as an overview, if there was only one thing you were going to allow me to do for your allergies or asthma, it would be, I know this is a broken record, but gut acidification. We need to acidify your gut. It's way too alkaline, and you cannot detoxify your body. So let's say you breathe in all this pollen, and let's say it's just really bad. Up here we have this time in early summer, maybe midsummer, and all of a sudden it looks like it's a snow flurry outside. I mean, it is just white everywhere. And everybody's like, hey, it's snowing cotton seeds, because the cotton seeds are all over the place. I mean, it's thick sometimes. I'm just amazed at how much cottonseed is put out. And I don't notice anything. My lungs still are clear. I have no trouble breathing, but yet a lot of patients come in and say, man, the cotton seeds are out and it's just killing me. And I think, why their body and not mine? And so again, we're going to work chiropractic first, but there are other things we may have to do digestively to get your body to get rid of debris that you're breathing in, because maybe it's just that excessive. But it also means your system isn't very efficient. And so efficiency is run by the brain and the function of how it receives information. And so by all means, so let's say you're out there and you're one of those people that suffer from allergies and asthma, then I would be considering chiropractic as well as gut acidification. And so I've had some tough allergy cases where it took time to break down and really help their body clean out, but it can be done. So I hope that helps out there. And find us next time. I'm going to be talking about the gallbladder and the knife in your mid-back. So catch us for that podcast. And until then, I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness.
Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach Dr. Munson at 360-893-8586 or email him at chiroman@dr.com. That's chiroman@dr.com. Check out our current workshop schedule on Facebook at Infinity Whole Health.